Okay, chat. It's me, Marvel Rivals study caster, idiot. I write notes down because I'm a moron, and I have actually decided to take this game way too seriously, even though it's a playtest. So I'm going to today tell you what compositions we're going to expect at the upcoming War of the Realms tournament, the second War of the Realms tournament for Marvel Rivals closed beta test, aka CBT. CBT. So, like I said, or I've said before I started recording, if you know Overwatch terms, then you'll probably be set all the way throughout this video, or in general in chat if you're in chat right now on Twitch chat, right? We have the main one that you need to recognize is compositions, right? A composition is the group of heroes that are played, right? In which way they are played. The whole team has a composition, right? The composition is the overarching heroes that are played, right? That's all you need to know, basically, right? There are 3 main compositions. We give them nicknames. I give them nicknames. We'll see if you guys agree with me on the nicknames, and we can maybe come to we can come to some better names if you think there are some, right? The first one that we'll probably be seeing at a very consistent level. Can I copy your notes after class? No, hey, no, please don't cheat. Don't talk about cheating right now in chat room, thank you. Guys, come on. Okay, there are 3 main compositions in my opinion. One of the biggest ones we'll see is the one I would like to call a poke composition. I don't necessarily think it's like more like a brawl poke comp. It's like the in-between, right? This comp can consist in the one I've seen the most is Hulk, Venom, Iron Man, Star-Lord, and then you got Adam Warlock, and then you got Mantis, right? Those are the big players. Those are the big boys, right? With this composition, you enable Iron Man with the Hulk, right? You could swap Hulk out for Strange if you want, and then you could play Venom alongside that if you want to play like a Helicomp or something like that, right? And not really enable Iron Man with Hulk. But anyway, Iron Man gets a damage boost when you have him alongside Hulk with the team-ups. The big thing with these compositions is the team-ups, right? Because certain characters get buffed based on who they play with, right? Hulk has a team-up with Iron Man where it gives gamma energy to Iron Man, and he does more damage because of it. And his beams, instead of being blue, become green. That's how you know he's got that gamma team-up ability, right? So those characters do insane amounts of damage. They can hover the skybox. They can play around cover. It's going to be very hard to kill them. The only thing that really counters Iron Man is Hela. But if we go to the War of the Realms tournament, there is a pick ban system where you have 2 bans and 1 protection, right? That protection can save or hurt you, right? But a lot of people are banning Hela first ban because then it opens up the floor to a bunch of different compositions because Hela kind of counters a few of them, right? Now, I've seen this poke comp from the likes of the best team in NA called Nightmare Rotation. Mantis is really, really strong. The best support in the game, I think, at the moment. I don't think that's very arguable. She does a lot of DPS. She does a shit ton of healing. And she also damage boosts. And her ult is good because it gives overshield. So, honestly, Mantis is the best support in the game. The reason why you play Adam Warlock is because he does good damage too. His healing, not as good as some of the other healers like Luna Snow, like Jeff. But he can resurrect himself. Mantis and Star-Lord each get their own self-resurrect in the team-up based on him. So you play Adam Warlock. If you have him by default, you could play Mantis or Star-Lord or both. And then those 2 characters that play alongside Adam Warlock get a resurrect. And also Adam Warlock does. On top of the fact that Adam Warlock's ultimate can resurrect the whole team within a certain radius. I think it's like 25 meters or something. 20 to 25 meters. So, Adam Warlock, pretty good character, alongside Mantis, the best support in the game at the moment, in my opinion. Right? In my opinion. Is the Doggo Shark weak? Is Jeff weak? Yes. I think Jeff is slightly under-tuned at the moment. I don't necessarily know what that is. I feel like he does good healing. He's got the balls of health that are pretty good. Honestly, he's pretty solid. I just think Jeff lacks the damage output that some of the other good DPS or good supports have at the moment. Also, his ultimate, Jeff's ultimate, unfortunately, is not as strong as... I mean, I think Jeff's still good. I think Jeff can be played. Like, I don't think he's definitely bad. All of the supports are good, except I would say maybe Loki at the moment. Loki kind of got nerfed after the last playtest. So, yeah, Luna Snow is also really good. I think the thing is that a lot of people are doing is they're slotting in. So I wrote down, for this poke comp, you can slot in instead of Adam Warlock, Luna Snow. You can give up on the team up because Mantis and Luna Snow are both really good heroes at the moment. You might as well, you could just play Luna Snow if you want to, right? If you don't want to play Adam Warlock or don't have faith in it, you don't have to. I mean, sure, the team up's good, and you lose out on all that value of just having 3 heroes that can resurrect and come back. However, Luna Snow is that good where her ultimate is like 12 seconds, the dance floor, and heals the entire team in a massive radius and can also damage boost too. It's just such a good ultimate at the moment, and she does insane healing. But yeah, that's what I call the poke comp. It's not necessarily in a poke comp. I think this is more like a default comp at the moment. I would more so call it default. I mislabeled it calling it poke comp. It's more default, okay? I only call it the poke comp because it enables Iron Man a lot. That's the main reason. Because Iron Man does a lot of damage. You can play Iron Man or Hela with this comp. Hela's really good as well. I think Hela maybe does a little bit better on the Domination game mode. And if you're unfamiliar with Domination, that's kind of like Control or King of the Hill, right? So I think Hela's probably better on those type of maps. But yeah. Now, you may be wondering where's Punisher? Where's the likes of Rocket? I think those characters are really good. However, I think in a coordinated environment, whenever the Punisher only really becomes like an important character when you have the team up. So you're pretty much waiting every 30 seconds. It's kind of bursty for that team up. Because the team up is as good as the ultimate. The Rocket Raccoon team up alongside Punisher is really, really fucking OP. So, yeah. Okay. Another comp we're going to talk about here is triple DPS. This comp can be okay. I just think with the tanks at the moment, there's too many good tanks to pass up on some of the best tanks in the game. However, there's a few streamer teams that are playing triple DPS, and it's pretty good. The unlimited ammo for shotgun is really strong. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, is that you rely on the Rocket Raccoon team up to get the main value out of the character, basically. Triple DPS comp. I've seen this from a team called Team Blue. They're very good. They are undefeated in the open qualifiers. Got Gale Adelaide, some people you may know. They play it with Hulk or Venom as their tank for the diving. They then play Star-Lord, Iron Man, and Hela, right? So these guys going full balls to the wall with the damage output. They have Adam Warlock and Mantis to pair alongside Star-Lord to make sure they all get resurrect. You have Hela just for her straight up damage. You can run Namor if you want to as well, because Namor is pretty solid at spamming. He's pretty good. You could play also Magic. You could play Punisher if you want. Like they've played a lot of different heroes in this triple DPS comp. I think Punisher kind of is not that good without Rocket, unfortunately. I think Iron Man can be played without Hulk, so that's the big thing. I think Iron Man's pretty good damage output without Hulk, so that's why you probably should play Iron Man instead. People may be asking about Storm. Why Storm not in the triple DPS comp? Not a lot of teams have played Storm just yet. Maybe Storm is good. I just think personally at the moment, Iron Man's just like a better version of Storm, basically. There's flyers in this game. Iron Man, Storm. I don't know if you consider Rocket a flyer. These characters permanently fly. Rocket's not permanently fly, I guess. And Iron Man's like a better version of Storm, I think, in the opinion. I mean, right now, in my opinion. Next up, we've got the composition I like to call the Giga Magneto composition. I think it's the same thing as default, except you swap in Magneto, and then instead of the likes of Star-Lord, you run Scarlet Witch. And then with that, you run Scarlet Witch, and you buff Magneto to get a permanent sword, or not permanent sword, a sword every 30 seconds that two-shots characters. So that's why you would run Scarlet Witch alongside Magneto, because that shit just parses. Like, Magneto is really, really good. Apparently, this is a main composition in Europe. NA, not really playing that comp that much. I do think Magneto's the best character in the game at the moment. Personally, I always struggle the most with a good Magneto player. So that character just feels kind of unkillable and does a lot of damage and has a really good ultimate because he sucks up everything. He can counter Iron Man ult because he can suck up Iron Man ult if he shoots off the quantum drive or whatever it's called. That's really, really good. And then alongside that, you run a Venom, And then you run like Iron Man or Punisher or Rocket or Luna Snow, and then a Mantis. I think I saw a team that did not play Adam Warlock, which is interesting to me. But everybody's like pretty much running Mantis. Everybody's pretty much running Mantis because Mantis seems like the best support right now. I have not seen a team not run Mantis, and the ones that do lose usually. The last competition I want to talk about, the best team in NA is currently running this a lot, but there's not a lot of teams that are copying them because they're not as good and coordinated. It's a team called Nightmare. They are currently running a dive composition. Composition. You probably recognize it if you played Overwatch before. Basically, you play Venom, you play Hulk, or Doctor Strange, depending on if you really care about the Iron Man buff or not. Then you run Star-Lord / Black Panther. So if Star-Lord gets banned, you just play Black Panther. You play Magic. If Magic gets banned, you just play Hela. So you already have some potential ban reinforcement. Then you play Mantis and you play Adam Warlock, right? This is the current dive composition. That's really, really good. And you just dive with Venom, Hulk, Star-Lord, and Magic. Mantis runs in as well and does extra damage. Adam Warlock will do damage from across the map, or just play Luna Snow if you're playing Domination, because Luna Snow does pretty good on Domination too. So overall, dive comp is pretty good, especially if you get to ban Hela, one of the best characters that just kind of like peeling off dive, and just overall still really, really strong character. Dive comp is really, really strong at the moment, I think. And those are the 4 main compositions that I've seen. And that's probably what we'll see today. I know there's GOATs. You might see that in Europe with like LH Claudia's team. GOATs, I think, potentially could be good. Maybe you run like Hulk, Venom, Magneto. But the problem is then you don't power up Magneto without Scarlet Witch. So it's tough. It makes it's kind of strange, you know, forcing GOATs. One of the best teams last play test though in NA was a GOATs team. I don't know if that'll happen again though. Don't know if that'll happen again.